What's going on, everybody? This is going to be Automotive Stories episode number 2, and I want to talk to you guys about the experience of owning and driving this Corvette. So this is a 2002 Corvette Z06, came stock with 405 horsepower, 400 foot-pounds of torque, and for this discussion, I'm not going to talk about any of the modifications, all of the carbon fiber. I did a whole series on this called Project C06. I'll link it in the description. You can watch all the videos and see how I changed this from stock to what it is right now. What I actually want to talk about is the driving experience of the Corvette. So it's not your typical everyday car, especially now with it being yellow and black. I have gotten a couple speeding tickets in it, and each one I've gotten I fully earned, well over 100. So I'm not mad about that, and it's been years since I've gotten one, so that part's been fine. When I first got it, I was always just laying into it, letting it rip, but after so many years, I kind of calmed down a bit, and it's more of a cruiser. But one of the things about driving this car, from the outside it looks different, and even when you first get in it, you know that you're driving something different. But after about, I'll say maybe a half hour or so, you're just in the car driving, and you don't see the outside of the car. So I'll be driving and people are they'll be staring. I'm at stoplights and they're staring, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what are you looking at? And then I have to remind myself, oh yeah, I'm in that car. So I kind of laugh, and then I'm like, okay, no big deal. And one other thing that happens when I'm driving this car, I'll be in it and I'm just minding my own business, and I just hear all this revving and cars will be zipping by, and I can see people in my rear view mirror. They're darting in and out of lanes. This car, I don't know the right word. I don't know if it irritates people or it does something in people that makes them feel like they have to race, or they have to get ahead of me. They have to overtake me. And that's something that 9 times out of 10, I let it slide and I just go on with my day. But it's the weirdest thing. Like, guys just, be at a stoplight and they're just revving up. I see them darting in and out of lanes, in and out of traffic, and I'm just sitting there, just minding my own business. And that's something I forget about, especially when it's been a while since I've driven this car. I've been driving the Escalator Fleetwood for a couple weeks or even a month or so, and then I hop in this. It literally catches me off guard the way people drive around, and just how, a lot of guys want to race. I remember once I was at a stoplight, and I laid into it a bit when it turned green, and I hit it, and I was zipping into a grocery store. So I go and park the car, and I get out. This lady followed me into the parking lot, and once I got out of my car, she rolled down her window to tell me off about how I shouldn't be driving like that and all of these other things. And I thought that was very odd that she would go out of her way to follow me into a parking lot and scold me about the way I was driving my car. She basically said, oh, you think because you're young, you got this sports car, that you're hot stuff, something like that this lady was saying. And I just kind of brushed it off and went on and got my groceries, because, sometimes I go grocery shopping in the Corvette. I mean, why not? And I'll say one more funny story. I was in this car and I'm at a stoplight right before I'm getting onto a freeway, and there's a couple semi trucks alongside me, and this has only ever happened once. Any car I've ever driven, this has never happened except one time in this car. I got interference from their radios. So I literally hear static in my speakers, and I hear one of the truckers say, hey, look at this guy in this yellow convertible Corvette. And it's actually not a convertible, it's a fixed roof coupe, the Z06. This top does not come off, but he didn't know. So he said, look at this guy in this yellow convertible Corvette. And he was behind me so he could see the back of the car, and I have a vanity plate. It's actually my name. So he says, and look at the plate. Some people just don't have enough money to waste. And I'm looking around like, what is going on? And it was the weirdest thing. I could literally hear these guys talking trash about the fact that I was driving this car and I had vanity plates on it, which I thought was kind of odd. Like, who cares? Just live and let live. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Just talking about owning this car. The maintenance and things like that, you know, hasn't been bad. There are certain things that you get the Corvette tax, but for the most part, it's pretty reasonable. Between Rock Auto and Amazon, I can get parts I need pretty affordably. But yeah, this car, I forget what I'm driving a lot of times when I'm in it, but the people around me are pretty quick to remind me that I'm in a yellow Corvette. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment. God bless you all.